Hey you, welcome to my channel. It's really good to have you here. This is going to be an intimate video, so that subscribe button because there is more where this came from. This is going to be a three-part series because I cannot do everything I plan to do in one video. It's just going to be too long. So that's why I've decided to make it a three-part series. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and welcome to Part 1. In this video, I'm going to be answering the 36 intimacy accelerator questions as developed by a social psychologist called Arthur Aaron. He conducted a research where he developed 36 questions, and his argument was that if strangers were to sit down together and answer these questions, these 36 questions, that it would accelerate their intimate connection. He tried it out at Brook University and it worked. And a lot of people have tried it out as well and it worked. They claim I did not follow any of their stories. I got to know about this particular research from the Big Bang Theory. I am a big fan of the Big Bang Theory. I probably watched every single second of that series, like from pilot to the finale. And because the series is based on following the lives of these scientists, like these nerds, like their social life, how they're able to get a girlfriend, keep the girlfriends, and all that, there's a particular episode where Sheldon and Amy tried out this test and they didn't fall in love because that was not what the show was about. And ever since I got to know about this research, I have always wanted to try it out. Since it's the season of love, I thought this was the perfect time to try out these questions with you. Yes, you that is watching me. I encourage you to play along with me. I'm going to ask the questions I would answer on my own side, and I expect you to answer. You can also find the questions in the description box below to make it faster for you. That's if you want to think about your answer. I have actually not looked through the questions. On the Big Bang, the only parts they showed were like 4 questions, and it's been a while I watched the show, so I can't really remember the details of the questions. I just know that it would accelerate intimacy. So it's probably going to be personal questions, and I wanted this to be as freestyle as possible. So that's why I didn't look at the question before now. So my answers are going to be the first thing that pops into my mind. And I hope you enjoy. And please play along, be a good sport. The questions are divided into 3 sets: set 1, set 2, and set 3. So I'm going to be starting with set 1. Each set has 12 questions in them. And yeah, let's dive right in. Before I dive right into the question, I also wanted this video to be like a mukbang. So I'm going to open up my food now. I got KFC to the rescue. So I got rice, yeah, regular rice, and chicken. Uh-oh. Just pulled off from under. Got 3 chicken and rice. And yeah, I did not put spoon. I wanted to start crossing them now. Okay. Yeah. So this is our food, the food that we're working with. Yeah, let's get right into it. So the first question is, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Whom would I want as a dinner guest? Who would I want as a dinner guest? Dinner guest. I mean, I believe this would be someone special. I would say, I can't remember the guy's name. Stefano. I'll find his full name and put. I think it's very interesting. He has a very unique experience. I would want him as a dinner guest because I have tons of questions for him. He's not famous, but I know him. He's famous in his own realm. So that's for the first question. The second question. Very intrusive. Would you like to be famous? Yes, I would love to be famous. In what way? Still the second question. I would love to be famous in my art. I want this video to go like all over the world. I want everybody to watch my creative art, like the things I put out, be it through acting, be it through singing, be it through content creation, I would want the world to be my audience. Like every single person in the world should know who I am because why not? Yeah. Then the third question is, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why? So, I do. I do. But I immediately knock myself out of it and I just tell myself, see, do you know what? It's going to be a freestyle. And then I dial. The reason I do it, that's the why part, is I don't do it in every situations. I do it in situations where I feel like I have so much to say and I'm all worked up. So like I'm trying to arrange, okay, what should I say first? What should I say next? How would I arrange my train of thoughts basically? But I don't really do that as much again because each time I rehearse, I always knock myself off and say, do you know what? We're just going to go with the flow. However it comes out, the person should deal with it because it has happened. So yeah, of course I rehearse sometimes, but I don't usually follow the script I create. The fourth question is, what would constitute a perfect day for you? Ooh. So I've had several perfect days. Like there are different things that make my days perfect. I wake up on the right side of the bed. My morning routine is basically I wake up like around 6:30. I do my morning meditation and my prayers. After that, I go back to sleep. I go back to sleep and then I sleep till like 8 o'clock. And then that's when I now get off the bed and I'm like, I'm awake again. The perfect day for me is when I am happy and I interact with people that are on that same level for me. So, yeah, that's it. Number five, when did you last sing to yourself? This afternoon. Yeah, the last time I sang for myself was this afternoon. And the last time I sang to someone else, the reason I'm thinking about it is because I make singing videos on TikTok and I believe I'm singing to whoever comes across my post. So, does that count? And if that counts, that means the last time I sang to someone else was last night. Yeah. Then, number six, if you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? Wait, I didn't get that question. Let me ask it again. Oh, I would want the body of a 30-year-old because seventh question is, do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? No, I don't. However, however, I have a preference to how I would want to die. I would want to go to sleep and not wake up. That's how I would want to die, and that would be at a very, very, very old age, 100 and something. Because this life just so delicious. Then number eight, name three things you and your partner appear to have in common. Okay, so in this context, I believe my partner is you that is watching it because we're stuck in this together. So what I believe we have in common is that we enjoy watching my videos. I hope. Yeah, that's what we have in common. And number nine, for what in your life do you feel most grateful? Oh, I feel most grateful for my background, that's my family, the friends I've come across in this life, my experiences. Like, I think that's what makes me the most happy. Just the fact that when I look back, I just love everything that has contributed to who I am in the moment. So I'm just so grateful, mostly to my background as my family, my extended family, my immediate family. and the friends that I've had, my schoolmates, my colleagues. I'm just really happy for the, yeah, for that, just for that background I have, like my family and all the people that have contributed one way or the other in my life. I love them. Most grateful for them. Even those that are no longer a part of my life, I still love them because like they did that. I mean, look at me. Okay, number 10. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? Okay, if I could change anything about the way I was raised, I would have loved to get positive reinforcements more. I would have loved that because that's the kind of person I am. If you stay with me, the only thing I'm looking for is just a way to compliment you. The only things I notice about the people I spend time with are the things I like about them, and that's why I compliment people a lot. And I didn't get that same energy back, both from friends, family. In fact, most people even saw it that I was mocking them because sometimes they won't even see what I see. Like, I'm like, I see your greatness. Why are you not seeing it? But yeah, I wish I had that also in my life. I wish my family were more like, oh, you are good at this, you are good at that. That would have helped a lot. Yeah, because that wasn't the reflection I got back. But yeah, that's what I would change from my upbringing, definitely. And number 11 is take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. 4 minutes. Okay, the time now is 17:33, meaning that in 4 minutes that would be 17:37. Okay, my life story. Okay, this is actually a perfect segue from the 10th question. Or rather, the 10th question is a perfect segue because a 4 minute story about me would start that I was born many months ago. I'm not telling you my age. Probably when I get famous, you'll find it on Wikipedia, but for now. So, yeah, I was born many months ago in a very loving family. My mom, Tessie, and my dad, Joe. They got married, had 5 children. I'm the third of that 5 children. I'm the only girl in the middle of 4 boys. I have Tasi, Emeka, Chinedu, and Sumi. They are my siblings, and I basically spent the first 9 years of my life or more. The first 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15. Yay, they brought the lights. I basically spent the first 15 years of my life with Emeka because when he started school, I started. Went to nursery school together. When he graduated, I graduated with him. Even though I wasn't meant to graduate, but my mom was like, you like, I can't be taking Emeka to primary school and you still be in secondary school. Sorry, you still be in nursery school. So I basically moved with Emeka. As he was moving, I was moving. So we went nursery school together, primary school together, secondary school together, because when he graduated from primary school, I graduated with him. He was like my safety blankets through everything. Like I just always felt like I had someone with me along in school and all that. So after secondary school, my secondary school was really fun. It was so fun. I mean, I've spent 3 minutes just talking about my childhood, but I'm going to rush because it's almost, is it? Let's just continue. Sorry. Okay, so he graduated, I graduated. Secondary school, I want to say something about my secondary school. My secondary school was just really, I think a lot of the memories I have, a lot of the things I could say about myself were kind of formed in my secondary school because I entered secondary school after I had formed my basic orientation of life. And then secondary school was like the place that kind of cemented that because it was similar. The orientation I had from home was similar to the orientation I got in my secondary school. So it's kind of formed who I was to some extent. And it was fun because I mean it's always fun being with your peers. I graduated, went to to the university, and that was where me and Emeka kind of separated because I went to the University of Nigeria and Nsukka and he went to Enugu State University of Science and Technology. I did that for 4 years, graduated, I met the best people there. And after that, I went for my master's. No, before master's, I went for youth service, went for master's, came back and started my consulting company, When the Paulette Consult. I did that for about 5 years. And that was actually, I felt like my consulting business was actually when my own personal lessons in life started, because I am a very, would I say, opinionated, or like I have a very strong sense of life and my place in it. And growing up, the entire orientation I got was totally different from what I thought life was about. But I didn't say much. It was just about enter, do what they want you to do and pass. Like it was just about, that's how school is, just boom, 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 you get through it. So when I entered the real world, started my business and found out that my orientation at this point was now kind of doing fist fight with my own personal understanding of life. And I did a lot of research because I'm a very adventurous person. Like I'm very experimental, so I got to see that juxtaposition where my orientation was very conflicted from my own personal understanding of life. And that was actually where I realized that what was actually propelling me in life, like my fuel, was basically my orientation. And because I don't have anything to do with propelling that, it's just something that was already set in autopilot, and I couldn't tune off my own personal understanding of life. It was really a rough patch for me, but I finally figured it out. And yeah, I think that's at 5 years I did my business was like my lesson, my own schooling life. And after that, I was able to have like a better grasp of who I wanted to be and what I wanted to propel me in life. And it kind of propelled me. I'm right on time, am I? Or let me continue. It has kind of propelled me to this moment where I'm telling my life story to you, my partner. 4 minutes. I probably went more than 4 minutes, but let's move on to the final question of this series, of this episode. The 12th question is, if you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? If I could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, I think it would be the ability to be invisible. Yeah, that would be what I would want to wake up to next day, because I feel like I'm already good at so many things. Like even the ones you're thinking about right now, I probably have that ability. So invisibility would really make it. Is it? Yeah, yeah. Where I am right now, I would love to be invisible. Yeah. So that's it for this first episode of my three-part series of accelerating our intimacy. Thank you so much for watching. You've probably noticed that I did not even go halfway on my food, so we'll continue this on a different episode. And until next time, stay wilding and thriving.